All right, Shalom. First and foremost, we give our praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Akakwadash. The honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone and to all that across the globe, pushing over the truth and sincerity. Want to say Shalom. This is part two of I Only Know Three Things. You know, when we went over the first one, I know that this is truth. You know, this one is, Lord willing, the title will be, I know no man of the Lord. And we know that by the characteristics and the attributes that the men of the Lord possess. You know, and it shows, it's evident who's serving the Lord and who isn't by their conduct, by their conversation. Judges 5:11, they that are delivered from the noise of archers in the places of drawing water, there shall they rehearse the righteous acts of the Lord, even the righteous acts toward the inhabitants of his villages in Israel. Then shall the people of the Lord go down to the gates. You know, and the place of drawing waters here in America, which is in reference to slavery and captivity. You know, it says Yahweh made them hewers of water. And here we are in our captivity, rehearsing our righteous acts, following the law, statutes, commandments to the best of our ability. You know, and when you really get to know and to talk to the man of the Lord, you see their character, you see their integrity. All right, it's good to talk about how we not be moved or shaken. You know, and I've been around a little bit, and I've seen, and I know men of the Lord. I believe that the men that are in my life now, the brethren, the Akim, I believe they're men of the Lord, 100%. I've seen these brothers go through a lot and held on to their faith, being unshakable, unmovable, still serving in Habashim Yahushai despite being in captivity, despite the circumstances and afflictions that we all possess or that we all are faced, you know. And the light shines upon these men, man. You know, we are in contact with each other daily. You know, we're in each other's lives a great deal. And it could only be through the Spirit of Yahweh Yahushua that these men are able to do these things, man. Why? Because they're practicing, they're rehearsing the code of conduct. You know, the gift of faith that we have, the men of the Lord exhibit. You know, yeah, we're in jail, but yeah, there are things that we're allowed to do, that we can do, serving the Lord. You know, and only those who understand what it means to be a follower of Yahweh Yahushua, a man of the Lord, a prophet, a brother, is by their conduct, rehearsing the righteous acts of Yahweh Yahushua, putting on as the elect. All right. John 8:31, then said Yahweh to those Jews which believed on him. See, the brothers that believe, you know, the brothers believe, that's why we rehearse the righteous acts, man. You know, our faith without works is dead. And I'd be goddamn if the apostles and elders and these brethren don't have no faith, man. Being the truth, the apostles been the truth for over 40 years. Some brothers 20 and 30 years, man. You know. So Yahweh said unto those Jews which believed on him, if you continue in my word, then are ye my disciples indeed. And these brothers have been enduring, man. You know, I've been blessed to be around many, many, many brothers, man, visiting and being visited. You know, and these brothers been in the truth a long time, some a short time, but yet they continue to endure. Yet they continue to follow the word, follow the Lamb wherever it goeth. You know, and we're all striving to endure so we can be saved, man. So you shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you free, man. All right? And understanding what we're a part of and what we're witnessing. You know, only the men of the Lord are able to do the things that we do, to say the things that we say with confidence and with faith, you know, giving hope, exhorting one another, you know. making our bodies a living sacrifice. These things are evident when you look around the body and we're congregating together, fellowshipping on the line, doing what's asked of us by the Lord. Okay, so I'm gonna act up. That's all right. That's not it. First Peter 3. First Peter 3. Yeah, there's 3. First Peter 3 and 8. To finally be ye all of one mind, having compassion of one another, love as brethren, be pitiful, be courteous, not rendering evil for evil or railing for railing, but contrariwise blessing, knowing that ye are called that ye should inherit a blessing. For he that will love life and see good days, let him refrain his tongue from evil and lips that they speak no guile. You know, and I've brother have disagreements. We have we have different agreements with brothers, man. At the end of the day, brothers are there for each other, man. Brothers are empathetic to the afflictions of one another. Turning the other cheek. When it comes to brothers may have mistreated you or misused you at some point. Not backbiting, not murmuring. All because we believe that these are men of the Lord. All because we know that these men are out here fighting for that same penny, that same crown. And how dare we speak ill of them? How dare we not treat them like they've treated us? With compassion and mercy. You see, defending us. We defend each other. She was talking about laying our lives down for a friend, man, and that's what we're doing by making our body a sacrifice. And not many people are willing to do this, man. Say for a righteous man, one shall scarcely die, man. And it's something to be considered heavily. All right, when we're having difficulty accepting some of the things that brothers doing is truth. All right. Oh, there's another one I wanted to get. I think it's in Ephesians. Can't see. Come on, man. It's Ephesians 1 or 4:1, and it reads, I therefore the prisoner of the Lord beseech you that you all walk worthily of the vocation wherewith you are called, with all lowliness and meekness, with long suffering, forbearing one another in love, endeavoring to keep the unity of the Spirit in the bond of peace. There is one body and one Spirit, even as you are called in hope of one in one hope of your calling. And I'm gonna shorten that up because I don't have much space, man. But these are the fruits of the Spirit, man. We're all on one accord. Preferring one another. Dealing with brothers as the Lord has dealt with us, man. I've only experienced that through the men of the Lord. We're not hard to find, man. Brothers out here. There's no love like the love of the Lord and the love of the body, man. And I know that 100% by their actions and the way I've been treated. With that, I'm going to say shalom.